In court, the 22-year-old woman who allegedly supplied a gun to Evan Ebel faces a judge. An airline campaign. There's a push happening right now and a new face representing the Colorado Springs airport. And extra layers of emotion are added to the already highly charged debate over gun control today. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm Nikki Weirich. Fox's Craig Boswell has the latest on the debate now in tonight's top story.
Enough is enough. The time to act is now.
Mothers who've lost children and loved ones to gun violence backed President Obama as he called on Congress to take action on gun control legislation, specifically referencing the massacre at Newtown, Connecticut last December.
We need everybody to remember how we felt 100 days ago and make sure that what we said at that time wasn't just a bunch of platitudes.
Mr. Obama and many lawmakers are supporting an expanded background check system, but the president's push to include a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity clips is splintering his own party and uniting Republicans.
We had a hearing, a markup on an assault weapons ban, and I asked a question that I think we ought to be asking at every hearing we have, which is, where is the authority in the Constitution for this bill?
Mayors Against Illegal Guns has organized more than 100 events across the nation today in an effort to pressure lawmakers. Plus, for the first time, family members of those killed at Sandy Hook are featured in a television ad urging state legislators to pass comprehensive background checks and other measures.
I want to prevent any other family from having to go through what we're going through.
Connecticut authorities today released court documents that reveal Adam Lanza, the Sandy Hook shooter, had an arsenal of weapons at home, at least 1,000 rounds of ammunition, and an NRA certificate. The NRA released this statement saying there is no record of a membership for Adam Lanza. President Obama travels to Denver next Wednesday to meet with law enforcement about loopholes in the background check system. In Washington, Craig Boswell, Fox News.
The woman authorities say bought the gun used in the murder of Colorado Department of Corrections Chief Tom Clements appears in court today. 22-year-old Stevie Vigil went before a judge today in Denver. Authorities say she bought the gun for convicted felon Evan Ebel. He's accused of gunning down Clements outside his home earlier this month. Ebel later died in a shootout with Texas police. Vigil was arrested Wednesday and is accused of illegally transferring that firearm to Ebel. We're learning more today about Evan Ebel. Reports surfacing he threatened to kill a guard while he was in prison. It's just one episode in a long history of misconduct behind bars for Ebel. Within 9 months of entering prison in 2005, he misbehaved so badly he was placed in solitary confinement. He spent much time there because of continued threats and attacks against prison workers and other inmates. An El Paso County home completely destroyed after a fire last night. The call came in around 10:50. The fire breaking out on Kachina Drive, that's in the Cimarron Hills area. Luckily, the resident and 2 dogs were able to get out unharmed. Now, the area has seen its fair share of house fires, and none have been ruled accidental. No word if all the fires are linked, but each is being looked at by arson investigators. Well, he's one of only 865 chief fire officers in the entire world, and you'll find him in Pueblo. We're talking about Chief Chris Riley with the Pueblo Fire Department. He successfully finished the process that awards him the designation of CFO. It's designed to recognize individuals who demonstrate excellence in 7 measured components, including professional contributions, community involvement, and experience. Very spring-like out there today. Jeff Womack in for Terry Gerbstadt tonight with more in our Fox Fastcast. Jeff?
Oh, it did sure feel good to get out there, Nikki. As you know, finally conditions matching the time of year. Now, clouds appearing on cue, and we do have some light shower activity. Heavier shower activity, of course, up here to the higher elevations, up around Woodland Park, you get into Divide all the way down into Victor, and then some rain going north of the city east. And then east of Colorado Springs right here in El Paso County at the present time. Just a few drops for us right now. The heavier rain showers being seen to the south of Pueblo right now, right to the north of Colorado City, marching up I-25. So be aware of this heavy little pocket right here to the south of town, but that is going to dwindle as we go through the evening hours. 67 degrees in La Junta, 50 still on Monument Hill, almost 60 degrees right now for your evening here in the Springs. Here's where we look to go over the next couple of hours. Still hanging on to the 50s, 40s even still at 11 o'clock. Even warmer temperatures to come, but another round of some storms too. I'll let you know how that works into the Easter weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Nikki?
All right, thanks so much, Jeff. Work gets underway tonight on the I-25 expansion project. CDOT preparing the highway for the upcoming widening project between North Colorado Springs and Monument. It was originally scheduled to begin last Monday, but was delayed due to weather. Expect single-lane closures between 8:30 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. You can download CDOT's app in the App Store for more updates on that project. The Colorado Springs Airport and the mayor's office announcing a new direction in airport leadership. Fox 21's John Martin has that story.
We're in a constant conversation with all of the airlines to look for opportunities for them to add service into Colorado Springs.
Those words spoken by former Colorado Springs Airport Aviation Director Mark Earl. Earl served as director for nearly a decade, hired under the Rivera administration in 2003.
We had a lot of success. The economy turning around and going down has a lot of impact on the other side when things aren't as successful, but Mark was always there with creative, innovative ideas.
Together, Earl and Rivera nearly brought Southwest Airlines to the Springs. While that deal fell through, they were successful in lending the low-cost carrier Frontier and the growth of jobs in the airport business park. Rivera says Earl and he knew the success of the airport was a direct link to the growth of Colorado Springs.
There's no question. An airport with a lot of different options and a fair rate structure so people don't have to pay too much to travel is important to our community. It certainly helps economic growth.
For now, Assistant Aviation Director Tom Gallagher will serve as Interim Aviation Director. Earl will serve as Senior Advisor.
He certainly was proactive and reached out to the airlines. I would be surprised if he's changed that approach and is sitting back and waiting for the airlines to call him. I don't think that's happening. I think he's out there trying to do what the mayor wants him to do and trying to grow the market. You get a new administration, different personalities, and mayor's in charge. He gets to set the direction, and that's what he's doing.
John Martin, Fox 21 News.
The Better Business Bureau of Southern Colorado sending out a warning about a fraudulent company advertising positions as mystery shoppers. Applicants believe they have been given money by the company to shop at various stores, but according to the BBB, this company, LS Management out of Tennessee, is just tricking consumers into spending money they don't have.
There are companies that hire secret shoppers, but that's a very intense process, and it's not just you and I off the street that they're going to solicit. Then anytime they send you a check before they've even met you, that's a real red flag. And in this case, it's almost $2,000. $2,000 to do mystery shopping?
For more information on scams and tips for avoiding them, just log on to our website, fox21news.com. Making news across America tonight, a gas station clerk finds a pair of eyeballs. Now Kansas City police are investigating. The box was labeled "Keep Refrigerated." Surveillance video shows two men in a blue Toyota with Nebraska plates leaving the package on a trash bin. It's unclear why they left the eyes there, but police say they're not human eyes. A firefighter in Dayton, Ohio survives a crash, and it's all caught on camera. Crews responding to an accident on a icy highway. A pickup truck loses control and nearly strikes crew members. But little did they know that was just a warm-up. A second vehicle swerves moments later and slams right into a firefighter, causing him to fly through the air. Luckily, that firefighter survived and only suffered minor injuries. One of the most well-known journalists in history is reportedly planning to retire. Various reports say Barbara Walters will retire next May after more than 5 decades in the business. Sources say that she'll make the announcement in the next few weeks. The 83-year-old is currently a host on The View, but she has missed time recently after coming down with the chicken pox. We've got a special guest in the studio tonight, but first this car, the latest victim of a sinkhole. That story, and Jeff will have your full forecast right after the break.
You are watching Fox 21 News at 6:30. Live from downtown Colorado Springs, this is Fox 21 News at 6:30.
A huge water main break in Hoboken, New Jersey swamps cars and floods homes. Citywide water pressure problems reportedly caused multiple fire alarm activations, resulting in flooding. This car was swallowed by a sinkhole that formed. Authorities made sure to tow out other cars in case the street caved in even further. Jeff?
You might have had a tough day. Man, that poor guy. As we take a look here around our area, tracking some light shower activity as it goes right across the Front Range. Look at that right up here. Still a little bit of snow on top of right near Cheyenne Mountain, looks like. Then we go a little bit further southbound here to the south of Pueblo. Some heavier pockets of rain going on at this time. Again, this shower activity looks to dwindle, but a few of them holding together just long enough as they march eastbound to deliver a drop or two of rain here across our area. Better chance tomorrow. Let's take a look at time lapse here, and just a few drops as that one round made its way across the area. We'll just be mostly cloudy overnight tonight as we take a look at the live cam right now. Clouds still hanging in there, and mild temperatures to go along with it. 59 degrees at the airport, 60 at Fort Carson at this hour, 50 Monument Hill right now, as we got the upper 60s still around La Junta and Lamar, upper 50s being found around Burlington as well as Alamosa here at the present time. So as we zoom out here, I want to show you this because you really don't see any big pockets of cold air at all here around the lower 48 as milder Pacific air marches in. Got a couple of systems working out there right now, and that's keeping our flow out of the southwest. The southern branch of the jet is pumping in just a little bit of some subtropical flavor. That's bringing the moisture and also mild temperatures here to end out the week. Futurecasts will clear out overnight tonight into daybreak. 39 degrees where we'll start you out in Colorado Springs, 36 in Lamar, 26 in Alamosa, the cool spot for tomorrow. All right, so clouds going to collect. Most of the shower activity going to be very spotty in nature is how it's looking. However, what the RPM not quite showing you is that we are looking at the chance of some thunderstorms going on here across southeastern Colorado right with this band tomorrow, so we'll continue to keep a watch on that. Now, as we fast forward into Saturday morning, again, all kinds of sunshine looks to start us out at 7 a.m. Clouds start to collect, and then this disturbance from the north starts to set the stage for the cool down that we're looking at headed into next week. So where do we go tonight? Again, showers diminish. We'll be under cloudy skies. Look at these mid-30s, 35 in Kit Carson, 36 for Canyon City, 31, and a few showers still hanging in there in Teller County, 33 overnight tonight in Trinidad. So temperature-wise tomorrow, largely we'll be in the upper 60s, 68 degrees in La Junta. Lamar could sneak up to 70. We'll stick with 67 right now. 68 degrees for Kit Carson. Isolated showers and a bare chance those thunderstorms there across the eastern plains. 61 degrees expected here in Black Forest. We'll be in the mid-60s in Fountain for tomorrow. So our forecast then for tonight, mostly cloudy and mild. We'll only bottom out right near 35 degrees. And then for Pueblo, we can also expect temperatures to stay just a couple of notches above freezing. Now for tomorrow, we'll start out clear, then clouds bubble up once again. A few scattered sprinkles are what we'll be looking at. We'll look for a high temperature right around 65. All right, we're going for it. The big 7-0 setting around cruise tomorrow in Pueblo, and a chance of some light thunderstorm activity. Again, I think most of that is going to be to the south of the city. Now remember, you can always get your forecasts in our Fox 21 mobile app, powered by Fox21News.com. Yeah, take us to go. It's brought to you by Pueblo Toyota. So a warm end to the week. Not looking too bad Easter weekend, but some changes following that, and I'll fill you in on those in just a little bit. Nikki, send it back.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Jeff. Walmart delivery service. The big box store considering using customers to drop off packages to online shoppers. More on the plan coming up in tonight's business news. And too much voting for this Idol fan? Well, the phone company thinks so. Details on what happened next. She did? She's never even down here. How does she know? That's funny. Yeah, I keep forgetting to talk to Joe about it because a lot of times our guests are having issues with it. And we ultimately just tell them to go park by us, but
Can we get a mic check from you now?
Sure.
Just say your name.
Stuart Francis,
only for the bank.
Sangre de Cristo Hospice.
The bank is not in, yeah. Making business news this Thursday night, a record-breaking day on Wall Street. The Dow and S&P 500 both closing at new record highs. In fact, all three indexes closed higher. At the closing bell, the Dow finished up 52 points at 14,578. Walmart reportedly considering a plan to have store customers deliver packages to online buyers. It's a new twist on speedier delivery services. The company hopes it will help them compete with Amazon. Walmart says customers visiting stores could tell the retailer where they live and sign up to drop off packages for online customers who live on their route home. Walmart would then offer a discount on their bill. A 72-year-old superfan of American Idol finds a way to make 50 calls in 10 minutes, but her phone company was threatening to cut off her service. Fox's Tisha Lewis takes a look.
The next American Idol may owe a thank you to 72-year-old Eileen Henry.
I've got it down to a science now. Instead of counting the calls, I keep hitting redial, and I timed it, and I get about 50 calls in 10 minutes.
The grandmother is retired and enjoying the simple pleasures of life, which includes voting for her favorite American Idol contestants. In some instances, Henry calls the toll-free number to vote several hundred times an hour, and that prompted this letter from Comcast-owned Xfinity.
It said that they're going to terminate my service on the 5th of April.
In the letter, Comcast says Henry's dialing patterns were inconsistent with typical residential use and indicate the possible use of a dialing device, accusations she denies.
And it's supposed to be unlimited service, but the woman last year when I talked to her, she said you can get a business plan. You know, I said, but I'm not running a business. I'm calling American Idol.
It is a lot of calls, but that's her choice. I mean, Comcast advertises their digital voice service as unlimited, and it doesn't say unlimited unless you call American Idol and you vote 10,000 times or 5,000 times or whatever the case may be.
After reaching no resolution, out of frustration, Henry's granddaughter, Andrea Holt Battaglia, posted the letter from Comcast on her Facebook page.
And we've got, last I checked, over 100 shares, and mostly positive. Some people might think it's crazy that she votes that many times for American Idol, but that's what she likes to do. She's a diehard fan.
That was Fox's Tisha Lewis reporting. Comcast did release a statement ultimately saying the notice to terminate service was wrongfully issued. The company apologizing to Ms. Henry. Well, stick with us. We've got a live interview next on National Healthcare Decision Day. What you need to know coming up. tonight's Health Connection, we're joined by Stuart Francis from Sangre de Cristo Hospice. So first, thanks for coming in tonight. We appreciate it. Well, we are talking about National Healthcare Decision Day, which is coming up in April. First, explain what this day is designated for.
Absolutely. It's set up every year, April 16th, and it is so that people can make decisions about their health care and the future tense of their health care.
And that can be a frustrating time, too. I mean, there's so many different plans out there, and there's so much to know and to learn about healthcare. It kind of goes over our heads sometimes. So how are you going to help explain this to folks?
We first want to get information in their hands. We want to give them the opportunity to know what is available and how to go at setting these directives in place. But we're joining with local agencies that are also invested in this as well. And so we want to get them that information and then allow them the opportunity to actually put them in place.
Sure. What's probably the most common question that is asked about healthcare?
What types of things are available as far as the directives? How quickly do I need to have them in place? How often should I look at them? Where should I keep them? All of those things are the questions we get hit with.
So the day is designated for April 16th. Is there a place that folks can go to get more information? What do they need to do?
Absolutely. We're holding a symposium.
Okay.
It will be in Pueblo in the morning from 8 to noon and in Trinidad from 2:30 till 5 o'clock.
And real quickly, why is it so important to attend something like this?
It's important so that you can put these things in place. It's important so that you let people know what you desire as far as your health care decisions.
Good tips. Thanks so much for coming in tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Well, Jeff, we'll have a week's worth of weather coming up right after the break.
So I toss out, don't toss back downtown at all? Okay. Can we come right up on TrueView, please? Cool. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. In that case, if you take me, no. Yeah, no, I'd have to share the blame. A week's worth of weather will be in the 60s as the warming trend stays. Some showers showing up Saturday, but then the big changes, they move in Monday and Tuesday. Look at that drop in temperatures, upper 30s, even mid 40s. But then temperatures moderate for us. We get into Wednesday and Thursday. Pueblo 70 tomorrow, 60s for the weekend. Then a cool down comes to us next week. Hey, we're out of time, but we will see you back here at 9. Have a great evening.
Tonight at 9, the Colorado Springs Airport and the mayor's office take a new